I was gonna call them the Time Lords just then.
There is some Doctor Who timey-wimey stuff going on, so I see it.
Pretty big reveals in this episode. Some big ones, some shocking moments. To start with, we'll just get this out the way. The Timekeepers are robots? Or they're puppets?
I think they were never timekeepers to begin with.
You think they were being controlled?
I think there's some other big bad, potentially this Kang the Conqueror, who's pulling all the strings, and they were just the face.
Yeah. You think it was all just a facade?
I think so.
Yeah, it could be. But then if he's really controlling it from behind the scenes, then is it a facade, or were they just the placement for this organization to exist?
I don't know.
I don't. But there were other things, all right? Loki potentially dying and then not dying again. It's like his theme now. And then Owen Wilson's character, Mobius. He dead. But now maybe he's not dead.
Maybe.
I was shocked when they killed him, to be fair. It was like, wait, why are you doing this? Episode 4? Killing off Owen Wilson like that. I don't want that. No one wants that. I'm sure no one wants that.
No one wanted that.
Hey, NarendraTheComic again!
India!
No, we have no time, and we have episode 4 of Loki. Now, the finale has already come out. We know that there are gonna be some big reveals coming, and we're not ready for them. We're not, because from this episode, which was a better episode than the last one, it seems like shit could explode in very big ways.
I do think that this was a big lead up for the next few episodes, and finding out where Loki is now.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's in a post-apocalyptic world, which has already been decimated, and it seemed like it may have been New York. Because I saw the Avengers building in the back. It looked like it, at least.
It did look a bit like it, but there were these numerous Lokis who were there to greet him, one of which was like an alligator. A small alligator.
They're going comic book. They're going wacky with it.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was Kid Loki, Child Loki, and then Old Loki, who had a ridiculous costume.
Comic costume-esque.
And then there was Black Thor Loki? Thorky? I don't know, because it wasn't exactly Loki, but he had the Loki color scheme.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what they're doing there. I'm telling you, though, Thor ain't black.
Yeah.
Loki ain't black. Like, this is simple stuff. It's like me saying Black Panther should be white, even if it was in a multiverse. In no circumstance should Black Panther be white. In no circumstance.
I feel like...
Should Thor be black?
I feel like people think that because they're white characters, you can just throw other people in because there's enough white representation. But this is a old religion, and they're based on Nords. So I don't think you get a pass with that, really.
Yeah, they're Nordic gods. They're from the Norse. They're from Northern Europe. It's just, you shouldn't be doing stupid shit like that. I know they already did this with Heimdall back in the day.
Yeah.
They just traded out Idris Elba and everyone was like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. I'm like, well, I understand your sentiment there. It's like, okay, colorblind casting. But at the same time, he's not Northern European looking. Like, it's the looking which is the factor. Chris Hemsworth is Australian. But I'm sure you go back in his DNA, there's some Northern European in there.
I mean, he looks, if you threw him in Finland, people be like, oh, that's Finnish man. You know, he looks it.
Yeah.
Or Norwegian, or one of those.
Yeah, I don't know how it works nowadays. It's very, very weird. But overall, this episode had a lot of good points to it. They got out of Levantis very quickly, which was great. And then as the episode went on, there were these tiny little nitbits where Mobius was understanding and realizing what had happened.
And also the guard in charge of Sylvie.
Yeah.
Also remembered, and she wanted to know what her past was like, and they visited one of the apocalyptic worlds, and she showed her, and it was actually quite a lovely scene because you actually saw a bit of Sylvie's heart in the way she was showing her and how gentle she was being with this sort of reveal. So I feel like I liked it. I know that Tom Hiddleston's Loki has a chance of growth now that he's still alive, and it's good to see that Sylvie also has that.
I think that moment for her came where she acknowledged them as not just TVA agents, but she said, no, you're just like me. You're a variant, and you've been plucked out of your world like I was plucked out of my world, and you have no control over what you're doing. You're just being told and parroted sentences, and the way you've been programmed is not right. But the Loki-Sylvie relationship is something I am not on board for. I don't want the ship in there. I don't want it. It's weird shit. Honestly, that's wacky.
I saw the layup for the romance. I wasn't happy when they followed through. I'll be honest.
Hey, they haven't followed through yet, all right? It seems like they're teetering on it. This might just be tension here.
No, he was about to confess and then he got zapped. Just, it's very weird. I understand, like, it's very low-key because, like, he loves himself and he's a narcissist and, oh, he'll always be alone, but he won't because he'll be with himself. It's a big one to try and get your head round because a lot of people, it's like dating your clone or like your twin.
Yeah.
That's the closest comparison I can think of. That's weird.
Yeah. Come on, let's be honest, boys. That's not exactly prime real estate in terms of the dating market, I don't think. You shouldn't be doing that type of stuff.
No.
No, definitely not.
My question is, how much does she know? Did she know that those timekeepers were just androids? Because she was like, protect the timekeepers. But they were androids. She didn't seem that fussed when she found out somehow.
Yeah.
So is she in on the play?
She may have known, or she just might have thought they were defenseless. They were useless in a fighting situation. But I'm thinking she knows, because she is obviously connected to Kang. So then there was the Sif stuff as well. Sif came back into the MCU because apparently she's going to be in Thor Love and Thunder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, finally coming back after, I think, 9 years? 9 years? She was in, what was she in? Oh, she was in The Dark World. That's what she was in.
That was
2013.
9 years ago?
Yeah, so when Thor Love and Thunder comes out, that's going to be 2022 or 2023.
Oh, wow.
Long time she's not been in it. So there were questions when Ragnarok came out as to where the hell is she? What's
Yeah.
going on? With Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, wait, what's going on here? Because the Warriors 3 got done in Ragnarok by Hela. And I didn't really like that element of it, because they're really iconic characters in the MCU and Thor's world and mythology. But overall, this show has been the best MCU show so far. Out of the 4 episodes, 3 of them have been good. Only one, the last one, was poor. And I think the story they're trying to tell is very abstract. It's not like Winter Soldier and Falcon. It's not like that show where there was something so definite about it. It wasn't like WandaVision where you knew it was going. You don't really know where this is going other than they're going to mess up the multiverse.
Yeah, and I feel like that's left it very open. I will say that there are a lot of different things they could have done with this series, with the idea of the TVA or wrecking the multiverse in some way. But if there is this layup for Kang the Conqueror, then maybe this is the best route to introduce this big bad.
Yeah, I think maybe starting off like this is kind of like what they did with Thanos back in Avengers in 2012. You're going to lay him up so that he will be there for 5-10 years. And maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know what the reception is going to be of him as a villain compared to Thanos, where it was like, oh shit, everyone's aware what's happening. But the fact they might be introducing him, maybe they'll show him in the show, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just allude to him in a TV show rather than a movie is huge.
Yeah, it's a
That's
really big
huge
deal.
stuff. So I think the way they're building these shows is they're going to make them so you can watch them, and if you watch the films, you'll get more out of the films if you watch the shows, but not watching the shows won't detriment you watching the movies. And I think it's a hard balance to have there, because obviously you can't tell the same story you could if everyone had full information.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they've been doing this for a very long time. This is just a new frontier for them, and I expect them to do it well. There's stuff to be revealed in the last 2 episodes. We're going to get there, hopefully in the next week. 3 days? Week. Okay. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, Thor himself gonna come after you. Might have an appearance. Maybe. As I said, not gonna be Hemi. Not gonna be Hemi, but multiversal Thor, maybe not gonna come after you. Do they want that?
No.
You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been India.
She's been Non-Sensei. You have been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow if you don't make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. So hashtag never not here, just how it goes. Also bring the Bakwas means nonsense in Punjabi, and we also bring that. Bring a lot. Bring a little, do a lot, do a little, but we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More of the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same. Once more. See you then. Skadoosh.